Welcome to a very windy Featherstone, West Yorkshire, where over the next couple of hours, two of Rugby League's most famous old names renew their rivalry in a bid to move a step closer to Wembley in one of the sport's most famous and iconic cup competitions.
Twist to Rugby League's big day, the fireworks go off. There's no roar in the background, but there'll be plenty of roar on the pitch. Leaning quickly out there, they've got numbers around, gets it away, and it's going to be another cup final try for Tom Briscoe. Ball batted end over end in the air, superbly taken by Colin Watkins, and Evans is involved, and here comes Rhys Williams, and Williams is away. He's going to take some stopping, and Rhys Williams with a try from nothing. Gale puts the ball away. Williams tries to come in and stop it, but he can't stop it, and it's going to be Ash Handley. It's all about the kick here, and has he got it? No, he's not. So it remains at 16 points apiece. Now it comes Gale. Look, Gale with a drop goal, and he peels away in celebration of the moment because he knew the moment it left the boot, it was going over. Thumbs up for Gale. Puts a stand before they do. Salford sink to their knees. But what a cup final we've seen here today. What a great game of rugby league that was. This has been an unforgettable year, and here is an unforgettable moment for this group of Leeds players.
Featherstone Rovers and Batley Bulldogs in the second round of the Betfred Challenge Cup, live on the Sportsman. And Leon Price, one of the greats of rugby league, Great Britain, St Helens and Bradford, and a few others in between, will be watching this one alongside me. Great to see you.
You too, George.
We'll talk about the game in just a moment, but a word on this iconic competition first of all, and how special it is for the sport of rugby league, and your memories of it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, it's a special trophy for everybody involved in rugby league. Personally, I got the privilege and the luck and the chance to play in 5 or 6 good Challenge Cup winning teams. So yeah, over the years, it's a trophy that's done me proud, really, and it'll be no different for the players out there today. It's a trophy that you enjoy playing in, even in the round. The cup, the rounds is always special. So yeah, it's going to be a good occasion for both sets of players. And
a big opportunity for both of these sides, Featherstone and Batley today. A rivalry that you know very well. They've played in pre-season. They play very early on in the Betfred Championship. What are you expecting to see in terms of the matchup today from these two sides?
Yeah, as we mentioned pre-match, it's always a very difficult place to come, even with no fans. Is Post Office Road, is the team that plays the hill and the ground and the conditions well. It's like you say, it's a special competition. I watched Featherstone last weekend's Bradford Bulls, my old team, and they absolutely destroyed them, and they look very strong. They've got a group of ex-Super League players or Super League standard players, so they're a really dangerous team. But Batley are well coached by Craig Lingard, who spent a lot of years at Keighley Cougars and coached them very well, so they'll be well drilled and they'll be looking to come here and cause an upset.
And both sides have big game and big name players. I know you've been looking at a few that might be worth watching today in terms of being match winners, match turners.
Yeah, well, I'll go into a little bit more when we go through a little bit closer to the game, but there's players like Brett Ferris, Dane Chisholm, Craig Hall, Chris Wellham. So that, you know these players that have had long, illustrious careers in Super League. But for me, the one to look out for really is Brett Ferris off the bench. He's a player that I've seen come through a number of years at Bradford Bulls when I was younger, and he's a player that's going to have a lot of impact, a lot of say, and will guide the team round the field off the bench.
Leon Price with us for this one. Cannot wait. Let's hear next from the two head coaches.
Well, Craig, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. First things first, a fantastic win for you guys against Halifax at the weekend. You must have been so pleased for your first competitive hit out in quite some time that it went so well.
Yeah, we're delighted. It'd been a sort of tricky couple of weeks previous to that with the friendlies that we played against Dewsbury, but certainly the friendly against Featherstone, we were really disappointed with our performance in that game, and particularly as ruck control down the middle. We thought we were a little bit soft in the middle with our forwards, and Featherstone dominated us really. So we put a little bit of pressure onto our middles this week and put them on notice that it weren't good enough the week before, and we challenged them to be better. And we said that they would dictate the tempo in that the first 10 minutes of the game, and they'd dictate how the rest of the game will go in them first 10 minutes. And they came out firing, and luckily for us and the hard work that the players put in, they managed to keep that performance going for the full 80 minutes. So very delighted to get that first victory in the first competitive game of the season.
We've got a big opportunity to back it up, of course, at the weekend against Featherstone, live exclusive across the Sportsman. A big game in the Challenge Cup, but also just 2 wins away from Wembley in the 1895 Cup as well. This must be an exciting time for your team.
It is definitely, yeah, and we'll certainly play on the fact that we're just two games away from Wembley. It's not every year you have the opportunity to potentially play at Wembley. So we know that we're 80 minutes away from the semi-final, and for us to get into that semi-final and have the opportunity to play at Wembley, we know we're going to have to beat a real good team in Featherstone. And we saw firsthand at the weekend against Bradford how good they are, and how clinical they are. I thought Bradford competed well for the first 20 minutes of each half, but then Featherstone just kicked away. So we know that we've got to be consistent and competitive for the 80 minutes, because if we only do it for 40 minutes in the game, then Featherstone will beat us. So it's going to be a real strong and real tricky task for us to win this weekend, and we know, so we've got to play for them in 80 minutes. But we're confident with the group that we've got. Certainly after last week, it's given us a little bit more belief that maybe wasn't there the previous couple of weeks. So we're going to come out and give it a real good bash.
Really good to see you today. Really good that the sun's out as well. How big an opportunity and how big an occasion is this for you and for your set of players?
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity. Batley, the strong side, played really well last week against Halifax to progress to this round. A lot at stake. We're another chance to progress to a big team, probably in the Cup, but also to progress to 1 week off from Wembley in the 1895 Cup too. So there's plenty of opportunity and chances for some success for either of us today.
It's a rivalry that's familiar within rugby league, and it's a rivalry you're getting to know very well, because you played in pre-season, you're playing straight away in the Betfred Championship, so you should have a good gauge on what kind of match this might be.
Yeah, also Batley was one of our 5 games last year as well, so we've played Batley more than anyone, Featherstone, in the last 12 months. But yeah, look, they'll improve from their friendly game. It's been poor conditions here a couple of weeks ago. I was really impressed with the way they gritted out against a good Halifax team. We'll have to play well to get the job done, but Batley will always make it difficult for you. They're a great little club who have battled adversity for centuries, really, and they deserve their spot, and anyone who beats Batley deserves to win.
And you will have done just finally your talking, or most of it, during the week, but when you finish this interview and head back down the tunnel to see your players now, what will you say to them?
We're just working on effort, really. Effort's been our basis, since the start of pre-season, and teams in this division really make you work hard to earn anything. We've got no right to turn up and expect to win. It's a tough league full of tough people, and for us to get any type of victory within either the league or the Challenge Cup, you got to work hard to get it, and that's our emphasis at the moment.
Head coach James Webster speaking to me just a short time ago. You also heard Craig Lingard earlier on in the week. Leon Price is alongside me, the former Great Britain man, the former Bradford and St Helens international. We're looking forward to this contest today, aren't we? We're not reading anything into what happened in their previous pre-season meeting. This is a really good opportunity for both sides.
Absolutely, as well. It's the Challenge Cup, and this is a competition where you don't get second chances. So, as you know, George, the both teams will be looking forward to making most of this nice, great, warm, not raining conditions. So it's definitely good rugby league conditions to hopefully hold the ball, complete some sets, and enjoy the start of this competition.
Let's have a look at the two teams today. Featherstone Rovers versus Batley Bulldogs. It's live and exclusive on the Sportsman across YouTube and Facebook, through Betfred as well. And there's bags of experience through both sets of players. Craig Hall, former Hull FC, Hull KR Wakefield, is the Featherstone Rovers fullback. Then Ben Blackmore, Chris Wellham, Josh Hardcastle and Gareth Gale. For Manu Brown in the halves with Dane Chisholm. Up front, Craig Kopchak, the Welsh international, with Connor Jones and James Lockwood. And then Frankie Holt and Brad Day and Jack Bussey completing the lineup. Dean Parata, Junior Moores, James Harrison and Brett Ferris on a huge looking bench for Featherstone and James Webster. Craig Lingard's Batley Bulldogs line up with Luke Hooley at fullback. Then it will be Elliot Hall, Dale Morton, Jack Logan and Johnny Campbell. There we go. The halfbacks, Ben White and Tom Gilmore. Ben White, who got that nerve jangle easing drop goal in round one. Then up front, Toby Everett, Ben Kay and Tom Lillycrop, with Kieran Buchanan, Lucas Walshaw and Jack Blagborough. The bench, Alistair Leake, Michael Ward, George Senior and Niall Flynn. I know in particular, looking at the two sides, Leon, you just looked at that Featherstone Rovers bench, didn't you, and thought, wow.
Yeah, that's a massive bench for me. Junior Moores, James Harrison, Brett Ferris, and then Dean Peratta, who's a replacement hooker, who'll come on probably after 25-30 minutes to speed the game up. He's got a great running game. But, you know, there's names like Junior Moores, who's ex-Castleford, who's a real big, strong, impactful player. James Harrison, the son of the former Great Britain prop forward, Carl Harrison, Rhino, he's well known, and then there's Brett Ferris, who obviously has had a fantastic career internationally, Leeds, Bradford, Huddersfield. You know, that pack for me is going to be the difference after around about 25-30 minutes. But there's also good players out there. Is Famanu Brown, who's a very good left foot step running kind of half-back player. I'm really looking forward to playing as well, George.
You mentioned in the build-up to this the prestige of this iconic cup competition. These two famous old clubs have won it 3 times apiece. Batley Bulldogs, the first ever winners back in 1897, and Featherstone had a little purple patch themselves, winning it 67, 73 and 83. Times have changed a little bit since then and through the era that you played, but you only have to mention the words Challenge Cup and then come here to somewhere like Featherstone, even when the ground like it is today is empty, and it just feels special. Yeah,
as you know, and you're probably from the same area as me, and we grew up on the Challenge Cup on BBC, you know, during the years of Ray French commentating, Ellery Hanley, Martin of Fire, the great Wigan dominance in the late 80s, early 90s. You know, it's got its tradition. It's, like you say, it's historic. It's the first real trophy within Rugby League, and it's the trophy that really we should keep alive, and we should keep talking about it in fond memories, because to the players it means so much. And you know, there'll be nothing better than walking out of Wembley in a Challenge Cup final. It's something you dream of, and like you say, when you come to these grounds like Featherstone today, this is what the Challenge Cup's all about.
The team's just about ready. They'll be walking out in the next minute or so to our left. We're high up on the gantry today. I get the sense, Leon, you're just about favouring Featherstone, is that right?
Yeah, for me, I think the pack just tips it for me. I think they had quite a dominant performance over Bradford Bulls last week, and even though Featherstone weren't at the best, they still blew them off the park. They've got home field advantage, a lot of Super League experience, ex-Super League experience, with a coach that's had many years at assistant coach at Super League level. So yeah, for me, they just edge it today, and if they hold the ball and complete the sets, control the game, and Danger Zone and Farr, Manu Brown, get them round the field, then for me they'll be too good for Batley.
Featherstone versus Batley, it's the Betfred Challenge Cup. It's round 3 on Monday, the draw for that, so a lot at stake. We heard from the two coaches in the interviews, not only that place in round 3 and the draw on Monday, but the opportunity really to get so close to Wembley, with this being linked with the 1895 Cup this year. Yeah, and that's what every club wants to do, especially clubs at this level. You want to have either a good game against a Super League team, and hopefully maybe the crowds will be back by then. I'm not too sure, but you know, getting to Wembley is a massive coup for any player, especially for players that are maybe part-time and maybe builders or sparkies or whatever, teachers. For them to have the opportunity to get to Wembley and play at that stadium is something that dreams are made of. So yeah, like you say, 2 opportunities to get to Wembley for some of these boys, and they'll be looking to try and make the most of this occasion today. And it is an occasion. It's strange to say in an empty stadium, and it's a warm sunny day, but there's a really strong deceptive breeze, and there is an atmosphere which is strange to say. There's only about a dozen or so of us in here, myself and Leon and the crew high up on the gantry, and a splattering on the media bench behind us, but they're pumping it out, the music, and they're making it a match day experience, and I hope that reaches you at home watching live on the Sportsman as Featherstone are led out of the dressing rooms beneath us in the famous blue and white hoops. They're ready to go, and Batley Bulldogs will just make them wait and take their time. The officials make their way out next. Gareth Hewer is the match referee in the sunshine today.
Did you do any line-up or anything in this, Billy?
And this is just about as perfect as it gets for Rugby League. Bit of a breeze just to put a bit of doubt in the receiver's mind on the high kicks. but perfect in terms of the pitch being dry. It looks in good nick as well.
I think the Featherstone players, I'm looking at the Featherstone players, they'll all look in good nick. To say we've been in lockdown, to say we've not played much rugby, to say it's the start of the season. Maybe part-time and only train 3 or 4 times a week. They look in good condition, they look fit, they look strong, and that's it's a good reflection of the players themselves for taking care of themselves in these tough difficult times.
Well, here come Batley from the other side of the park, where they have been doing their preparations and changing in these new COVID times. And on they come in their familiar colours as well. They'll attack from right to left as we look on. It's the second round of the Betfred Challenge Cup, live this Saturday lunchtime by The Sportsman, and across YouTube and Facebook with George Riley and Leon Price. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoy the match. Hope you enjoy the coverage. As two famous old clubs with 6 Challenge Cup wins between them go toe-to-toe to try and nudge a step closer to Wembley. And we're all set to go.
Clear the field.
And it'll be Featherstone to get us underway. Attacking from left to right. Here we go. Second round of the Betfred Challenge Cup underway, and it'll be Batley Bulldogs to have first feel of the football, attacking from right to left, and look at the hunger already, Leon, in that Featherstone defence.
That's what we want to see first out of the game. Some great defence, good contact, and here we go. Batley now driving off the line, up the hill as you
Yeah, you might not make it out on the camera shot, but there is quite a steep hill as here at Featherstone. But Batley, if anyone's going to be used to playing on a hill, it will be the Batley Bulldogs.
Absolutely.
Because it's even worse at their home ground. Here they come up the middle of the field. Craig Lingard will just be thinking, complete the set, good kick, good chase. Let's ease ourselves into this game. The last tackle there, just short of halfway. Here comes the kick, and it's quite a low, narrow right footer from the boot of Tom Gilmore, the former Halifax man, and ripple of applause beneath us.
Fantastic kick, kicked into space. A bit surprised at Craig all there. Thought he could have caught that ball on the full, which you'd encourage all your fullbacks to do really, if they get the chance. But what's he giving here? He's giving a turnover at the half. Is that the new rule, George, I think? It's no scrums.
No scrums, just get us back underway, keep the game flowing.
Back here, hold, wait, go.
And it's Featherstone's first opportunity to size up the opposition and try and punch a few holes in that defence.
Come on, 6 again, too slow.
Back to 1 in the tackle count. Referee saw that somebody was offside, so Featherstone will get 6 more tackles.
This is first. Hold. Go on.
So an immediate piggyback up the pitch for Featherstone, looking to keep the ball alive over on the far side. First couple of minutes, and just about going to be in touch there. Touch judge is looking interested, and he tells the referee Gareth Ewer that the ball's come free, and Batley Bulldogs will diffuse that early danger. Leon Price.
Yeah, I just think a little bit of a needless play there, going to the sideline for no reason, running too close to the sideline, and just a little bit of a sloppy play there for me from Featherstone. Great defence from Batley to pull him over, but for me, you just need to just complete your sets here, especially when you're being given 6 more tackles around the halfway line. Sloppy.
Yes, early error. Featherstone looked like they could have set something pretty handy up there, but not so when Batley have the ball back as well and wraps up Logan. Ben Kay from dummy half through the hands once again of Tom Gilmore, and Batley giving the ball a bit of air over on the far side. Lucas Walshaw wrapped up, forced to take the tackle. Positive early signs with ball in hand.
Batley are just looking to make Dane Chisholm work over. He might not miss once, he might not miss twice, but just to work him out and use his energy up.
Ben Kay barking instructions. It's the last tackle with options left and right. Bang in front of those posts. They come back to Gilmore once again. Floats a high one this time and an early tester. No problem at all at the back. And here come Featherstone Rovers.
Yeah, great catch there from number 5, Gareth Gale. Really confident, brings the ball back with vigour. And that's what you want to see from your wingers early, is catching that ball with a little bit of confidence.
Playing for his hometown club, Gareth Gale. Not sure if he would have got those fluorescent pink boots on Post Office Road.
Surprise is allowed in the stadium, come on.
Wellham with a little scamper away from dummy half. We talk about experience. So much experience from the 34-year-old Wellham. Played in the grand final a couple of years ago, didn't he, with Salford, 2019 grand final.
Good player as well. He's been around a long time. The whole kid, great player.
It's 191 appearances for Hull KR. Gale again with the ball. They're going to try and get him into touch beneath us on the gantry here. I think held has been called. Hall comes in to make sure it is. Quick pick up from Hall. Loving the feel about this one early. Now that's another tester winger, claimed it off his touchline.
Great catch there again. Like you say, early kicks. You want to see your wingers claim that ball with confidence and carry it back, which is done. It's great play from Batley there.
Well, there's no reason they wouldn't be, but both sides, Leon, are up for this. You can sense that just in the first few minutes.
Yeah, I just thought they were just feeling each other out early doors, but now they're just starting to get a bit of confidence coming into the game. Featherstone have completed a couple of sets. Batley have looked well in attack, so yeah, they're really coming to this game now. Some good kicks as well, which is always good to see. Finish the sets on a high note.
Batley going to kick early in the tackle count this time. Gilmore seizing an opportunity to turn Featherstone round. Quick thinking.
I like the way Batley are approaching this game. They're just wanting to get to the end of sets, finish with a good kick, start to turn Featherstone around. It's a little bit slower than the Super League level, obviously, but it still wears the Featherstone team out. And I like the way Batley are approaching this first half, this first 5-10 minutes.
Five, 6 minutes of early sparring between these two old rivals, but they've stepped over the mark this time. And that will be a penalty the other way.
I think that was for crossing, maybe, I think it was, but Featherstone just look a little bit shell-shocked. They just look a little bit slow out of the blocks. And this is what you want when you kick early in tackle counts. You're looking for the other team to make an error. So perfect tactics by Batley. Featherstone need to really wake up and get out of the blocks here because they still look half asleep to me.
Yeah, sprightly start from the Bulldogs. Craig Lingard will be pleased with that. Kay waits from dummy half. Gilmore looking hungry on his right shoulder. There he was. Kay looking to orchestrate. He's got every option he wants, right and left. Goes to Ben White, and they're going to just knock on the door next on that far right-hand side.
Batley are in good shape all the time. They've got both half-backs ready to play both sides with shape, attacking shape, but this is the play they're looking forward to attacking on now. Here they come.
This is it. Couple to go. Right in front of those sticks for White and Gilmore. It was Wellham who read it, had to. Last tackle. Will they force a repeat set or perhaps something better? Kay. Well, that was... Oh, they've got the repeat set because it's been knocked on. I was just about to say that wasn't the best option. It could turn into a 4 or even 6-pointer as Walshaw looks up. Early danger for Featherstone.
This is the play they're looking to play on now. They've set the play up on that just to the right of the post, and now they've got 5 or 6 players in motion to the left. Here they come.
It was Everett with the first drive. Gilmore is screaming for it, but he turns back the other way, and again they're trying to go right down the middle. It didn't work 2 times, it wasn't going to work the third. So far so good for Rovers. But will that dam burst? Short on the far side, lovely little dummy, and Phil on his own, it's Dale Morton to give Batley the lead.
Fantastic try there. That's persistence, patience and skill levels at the highest level. They just stayed patient around the ruck, hit the short lead a couple of times, and then when they were ready, they shifted it to the right-hand side, And great try, great finish. Great play great deception from Kate, dummy half. And you just see him go to the line, nice little face ball, and the centre's he's just got drawn in there a little bit, got on the outside. Great finish there.
Well, it was going to be scored, whether he bought the dummy or not. The wingman was in. And that's the start that Batley deserved. They're the points that their start deserved, I should say.
I just think they look a little bit more composed, they look a little bit more organised. The tactics are really working for them. They're kicking early, looking for Featherstone to make a mistake. Featherstone still look a little bit half asleep. And then they set up both sides of the ruck. They've got attacking shape right, attacking shape left, and the fullback sweeping around, looking to get involved. And that were 2 or 3 players there where they hit the short ball, and then they went out the back, nice little face ball, got on the outside of the centre and finished the try really nicely in the corner.
And it's going to be the try scorer Morton to try and turn the 4 into the 6. He struck it really well, and the touch judges say, yep, we'll have a bit of that. The flags go up, and Batley Bulldogs have come to Post Office Road and taken a 6-0 lead, and they deserve it. Leon Price.
Absolutely, they've been by far the better team. They're playing with patience. They're playing with good direction from the half-backs who are getting them throughout the field well, kicking early. For me, Featherstone just need to wake up. They look a little bit shell-shocked. They've got the attacking shapes being poor, made silly unforced errors, so let's see what this defensive set brings for Featherstone.
Craig Hall kicks off for Featherstone, trailing 6-0. That wasn't in the Rovers scripts. So dominant against Leon's old club Bradford in the previous round.
Still look half asleep, George, to me. Featherstone just need to wake up a little bit.
Well, it is an early kick-off, but it's still afternoon.
Some of them might have been working this morning.
It's a fair point. I know the coach, James Webster, travelling over from Hull, got stuck in traffic. He only arrived an hour before kick-off today.
Which can be disruptive for a team not to have the coach there.
Yeah, is the gaffer here yet?
Yeah.
Don't know, anyone heard from him? Last tackle, on halfway, chance to put a deep kick in. Well, he's put one high and right down the middle, it's another tester.
Good catch.
Well claimed though.
Sometimes them kicks don't do it justice on television. You can't really see the spin and the swirl in the wind, but that was a good catch.
Craig Hall, bags of experience as well. 33 now for Hull FC, Hull KR and Wakefield. And the 2 sets of coaching staff beneath us getting more and more vocal as this match develops. 11 minutes in, live on the Sportsman.
Great
on a brilliant scamper. That will do from Connor Jones.
Really dangerous out of there. Here he has Chisholm now.
Great injection this to set up an excellent opportunity for Featherstone to hit right back.
5th and last tackle now. Chisholm in charge.
He'll be yelling for it. What will he do with that wand of a boot? No, he just keeps the ball moving. And they're going to give it a bit of air and run it down the side. Oh, look at the gap to charge through. Frankie Holton. It just opened up for him. And Rovers are in and hit back straight away.
Great try there. That's what happens when you run it on the 5th and last. Sometimes it's good to take that gamble. Paid off for a massively there, Featherstone. Chisholm out the back. We thought I was waiting for the kick tap to come, but he didn't. Nice little short lead. Poor defence there from Batley. He's gone straight through the line. You'd expect a little bit more effort there from the back row, but he just let him go straight through the hole. And Frankie Holton just walks through. Short lead. Takes on the full back. Plonks it down. And it should be 6-0.
Was it Brad Day? Our apologies to Brad Day. Either way, Featherstone are back. All to make it 6 apiece.
He's missed it.
Not this way. Not this time. Yeah, the confusion there was because Day's got his Frankie Holden's number on. So 6 points to 4 for Batley. You're right, like you, I was waiting for the kick there.
Just think it was a nice run option from Featherstone, but I think that Batley will be disappointed there. It was a weak effort at a tackle, just let him stroll straight through him on his inside shoulder. He's got to do better there. He's got to do a lot better there.
Well, that will show you how windy it is. Luke Hooley's lost the ball off the kicking tee. So Mr. Hewitt says, pop it back on before you get us back underway, please. And here we'll go. Batley's lead trim, but they lead 6-4. It's going to hang in that wind. And Hall will take, and here come Featherstone again.
Blackmore dummy half, very dangerous ball carry, very dangerous. It's only a short turn that from the referee. He needs to start getting them back on side better.
Well, that will calm Featherstone. And here they come. And the gap's starting to open up for them. It did take them, as Leon said, a while to get going, but that's really settled them down, and now they fancy backing it up with another. And here's a man who could do it for them. It was Brown on the charge, straightening up.
Yeah, and attack this right side again with Brown, because this is where the susceptible here is Batley on this.
Well, it's the last tackle, sorry Leon, and they ran it last time. Chisholm, will he run it again? Gives the ball a bit of air, and they run it down the left-hand side and score again. Absolutely brilliant on the last from Featherstone Rovers, and how about that to turn things round? They trailed, and now they lead, and they've gone back-to-back to edge ahead in this Betfred Challenge Cup tie.
They've run it on the last tackle twice, and it's worked runs from 2 tries from it, yeah. Chisholm, we thought it was going to kick, beautiful, got to the line beautifully, nice deception, great cloud ball from Ryan Hall. Blackmore goes into the corner with not a finger laid on him. An easy finish there, that's what you want as a winger, just some nice easy strollers. But great play by Chisholm, sucks in the defender, great ball from Hall, nice little face ball, right in front of him, easy catch for Blackmore, and he just strolls in. Great rugby from Featherstone, run it on the last tackle twice and 2 tries as a result.
Yeah, that dynamic link-up play between Connor Jones, Famanu Brown and Dane Chisholm, and it's really caught Batley cold the last few minutes. It's another tough kick, and it's another one missed.
Can only see this really if Featherstone keep hold of the ball here now, with his 15 minutes gone or so, and they've got some really strong players to come off the bench. It's just about controlling the ball. Batley will be disappointed that after such a good start they're now 2 points behind, but could be worse really if Hall would have his kicking boots on.
Well, they were tough kicks and it's windy, but he would hope to be better than 0 for 2. But a great response from Featherstone nonetheless. As Leon said, it took them a while to get going. And now they've scored back-to-back tries. Wellham takes it on the knee.
Nice carry from Kopjack.
Yeah, Kopjack himself, a former Bradford bull like Leon, that will help. Batley having a wobble here, Leon.
They are, yeah, and that's what you want to see Dane Chisholm do. Ultimately, he's a runner of the ball, is Chisholm. He's a dangerous player, you know, he's got Super League experience, and he's a good halfback, nice little kicking game, but ultimately, get you to spit your words out, Leon. He's a runner of the ball. He's a runner of the ball, he's a great attacking player.
And suddenly it's all about Featherstone. Looked a little shell-shocked when they fell behind, but how about this for a response? And already they're right back in front of the post.
Looking to come to this right side again.
Jones has got Brown on his right shoulder, here he is. Just skips up the ball and a little spin from Lockwood. Jones again. Oh, lovely little dance through for Brown on his own! He's over the line, is the try awarded? It is! He said, I'll go all the way through, and Famanu Brown makes it 3 tries unanswered, and Rovers are running riot.
Lovely finish here from Brown. He's just got a lovely right foot step. He's terrorising this right hand side. Kieran Buchanan, who's defending, I think, at back row 3, and he's having a really difficult time at the moment. and Brown's taking advantage of it. Right foot step, goes through the line, left foot step, takes on the full back and just gets over the line. Too big, too strong. And that's what you want to see your halfbacks do. You want to see him take that line on, show some confidence, don't just catch him pass. Yeah, and that's a fantastic finish there from Brown.
Well, what a response. Not even reached the midway point of this half. This is the easier one of the three for Craig Hall to float through. Well, it took them a while to wake up, but they're wide awake now, and Featherstone have a early stranglehold on this Betfred Challenge Cup contest. They lead 14 points to 6.
Really like the look of Brown. I think he looks a really, really tidy player on this right-hand side. Keep an eye on him. He's terrorising young Kieran Buchanan at the moment, number 3, who's defending, I think, at back row, next to Jack Logan. Yeah, he's having a torrid time at the moment, but Brown is checking the line on and organising his right side really well for Featherstone.
Well, they're wanting to score with every possession now, Featherstone. Now they've settled into this game, they're thinking they can go the length of the pitch each time, playing with an abundance of confidence. Gale into the line. He's had a great start, Connor Jones, fizzing around the ruck. Chisholm with a huge dummy. And then the short pass, flat pass. This is the last. Can Batley withstand it this time? Chisholm this time will just stop and put up a kick. Great chase, and they're trapped right in the corner on the far side.
Great catch there from Luke Cooley. Really under pressure there. Great little kick from Chisholm in the left-hand corner. And now it's up to Batley to bring this ball out in a real tough spot up the hill with Featherstone fired up. Great carry there from Johnny Campbell. Ex-Bradford Bulls. Little pocket rocket.
Well, Batley finally have a feel of the football after those 3 unanswered tries, but there's no point having the ball in your hands if that's where you've got to play with it. Oh, and they've knocked on right on their own line. It's going to be another score. They offload and Wellham in the corner, and the Batley Bulldogs are self-destructing.
Lovely offload from Brown again. He picked it up off his bootlaces, flicked the ball out to Gareth Gale, who has a nice little stroll. It don't get any easier than that for the winger. Picks it up off his toes. Fantastic catch. Amazing offload. Oh, sorry, it's Wellham that finishes in the corner. He won't get an easier finish than that. But really, that's all down to the work from Brown. If you watch here, he works for marker, does Brown. Splits at marker. Error there. Picks it up off his toe laces and gets a beautiful offload to Chrissy Wellham, who finishes in the corner. But that just comes from pressure. That's what you look for when you put the ball into a corner. Put the effort in the first 3 tackles. Look to get some good line speed, some good contact. Put some pressure off Batley, who then are forced to spread the ball when they don't really want to because they've got no other option. Come up with the error. Nice finish in the corner. Let's see what Craig Hall can do with his kick.
Couldn't be more difficult for him. Right on this near right-hand touchline. He's only nailed 1 so far, and he's missed that one as well. And he curses to himself. So 4 tries. And Batley will be, they'll be relieved really that the kicking boot has been awry so far because it kept them in the game.
Yeah, because it's 4 tries. What is it, 16-6 when really it should be a little bit more, but that's what you get from missing your goal kicks. But we've still got this bench to come on for Featherstone within the next 5 or 6 minutes. I would have thought there'll be some big boys coming on, so Batley needs to really wake up here to keep the scoreboard the same as it is.
Well, it's 18 points to 6. He's made 1 of 4 so far. So we'll correct that, the caption in the top left of your screen as you're looking on. 18-6 is the home side's advantage. Midway point of the first half. And Featherstone holding sway at the moment, but the ball is turned over.
Yeah, that's an error there. Poor error really, couldn't have yardage from Ben Blackmore. It's when you really want to complete your set, he's after a try. But he's made a little error there at trying to play the ball. So Batley will get some cheap field position.
And they needed a helping hand like that, the way the last 10 minutes or so have gone. Can they use it though? Toby Everett up the middle. Buchanan joining the line. Ben Kay and Gilmore linking up as they have done on the rare glimpses of possession that the Batley Bulldogs are seeing. This is better though, this looks more likely. Can they find an extra man on the far side? No. Just overran the line and allowed Featherstone to shut the door just as it was creaking open. But this is where they want to be playing. This is where they want to be knocking on the door. And a grubber kick through, it's a dangerous looking one, and it's that man Brown to pick it up and rescue Rovers once again.
Yeah, it's a nice little option there to kick early, but well covered there from the halfback Brown, who's really on top of his game at the moment. He's really reading play well. He's looking like he's up for this, and probably been the best player on the field for me so far.
Yeah, he's really making them tick. First interchanges, by the way, oncoming.
Young Rhino, young Harrison coming on loan at Leeds a little bit last year.
Yeah, James Harrison off the bench. Just lurking in backfield at the moment, that second or third receiver. Kopchak says this one's mine. He's looking for the underhand offload as well. Oh, he's still going. That's what he does. Craig Kopchak. Welsh international. Chisholm just about gets the kick out of the way. What a chase as well. Oh, he could see him coming. Oh, he had his hazard lights on early there.
That's why I'm glad I'm retired, George.
Oh my word. He knew he was going to have less than half a second to take that ball before he was going to get smashed. Yeah, and he dealt with it really well.
Better than I would be at this moment in time. Yeah, definitely. Fantastic catch. And here comes Johnny Campbell now, working hard to try and get Batley out of this little bit of a predicament they found themselves in now.
Well, Batley just need to steady this ship because they had that awful wobble and conceded all 18 points in a very short space of time, including that offload on their own line, which would have destroyed their coach Craig Lingard. Ben White, and it's taken easily under no pressure at all on the single bounce. And back comes Gale. Featherstone making another change, and Brett Ferris enters the field. That's the last thing that Batley Bulldogs want to see. He's the man who won the 2017 Grand Final with the Leeds Rhinos. Oh, that's going to be another set. That's come off a Batley hand. And Ferris is there lurking on his shoulder at first receiver. Here he is, the big guy. One of the big names still in Rugby League, Ferris. And here come Featherstone. They sense they could break the game here. They're sensing Bulldog blood.
The short on the left-hand side of Batley.
Chisholm. Oh, they're looking for a forward pass. It was flat at best. And it's got them here, right in front of the line. He stops and turns and twists and moves as Craig Hall. Holding it one-handed, Harlem Globetrotter style. Ferris gives it to Famanu Brown. He's played him into danger there, really. They've still got a couple to play with. Another try now really could break Batley. Ferris to Wellham. Last tackle. Can Batley stand firm? They need to. Brown to Chisholm. The two danger one off the outside of the boot from Chisholm. Or it's fumbled this time. They do escape, but they're creaking at the back.
Johnny Campbell did well there to cover that mistake up. Lovely little kick from Chisholm. Just bounced up and he couldn't fall on the ball, but as all good wingers do, Johnny Campbell was covering around the back and made a good catch there to save their bacon.
And they needed that. That would have been a sucker punch to concede once again. Quick play of the ball though. Oh, Ferris into the tackle with a big hit. He didn't miss. And Harrison in with a shot of his own. He would have won. Did he play when you were at Bradford in one of the World Club Challenges? Brett Ferris.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I can't remember.
He probably must have done 06, I'm thinking.
I left in that one. I was gone to St Helens in 06. But
okay,
yeah,
so you won't remember that.
One of the players that were really disappointed to see Bradford let go, because when he left Bradford, he went on to have a fantastic career and reached the heights that I thought he would do by getting to England, and had a great turn for Huddersfield, and when they won the League Leaders' Shield, he was a player who's had a fantastic career, and I saw him play some great rugby for Leeds as well.
Yeah, 14 times an England international. Fairly certain he would have been in that 06 Bulls World Cup challenge win against the West Tigers, I think it was.
Yeah, Stuart Fielding rampaging.
He did, yeah, he had a great game that day. Blimey, 15 years ago now. Brown.
Yeah, forward, man.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Just goes to the line to his own, but he's looking to look like he's going to play out the back, but he hits the short ball. But his arms are face forward. If you're going to do that, you've got to make sure your arms are face backwards, so he disguise it as a pass and it doesn't look forward. Put your arms backwards, because it's borderline anyway when you make that ball, when you make that play. So you've got to make sure you look like you're passing it backwards, which he's not done a couple of times now.
Eleven and a half minutes to go on the in-stadium scoreboard clock, the Millennium Stadium, or Post Office Road,
Post Office Road. Come
as,
on,
you,
George.
as you and I will know it.
Old school.
You can't ignore the sponsors, though, Leon.
No, we can't. You're right.
We wouldn't be here without them.
You're correct. You're correct.
Well, yeah, Post Office Road, Fev. Here we are. Batley need a little piggyback up here. They need a spark. They need something different because they started so well. And they've just had that awful little patch that's really given them so much to do now in this game. But they have possession at least, and they're going to... Oh, that's a good pickup. They were knocking on the door down this left-hand side, but Featherstone weathered that mini-storm. Wellham and Gale. Better, though, from Batley.
Absolutely, yeah, that's what I want to say. Just a little bit of a response, a little bit of urgency, pick the game up, get to end of sets. Try and cause some trouble in Featherstone's half. We need a little bit of a wake up. Here come Fev now down the hill, which is home.
Yeah, you sense he'll have a say in this match. Well, he already has. He'll certainly have another one. And here is Chisholm to kick early and try and turn Batley around. Well judged take this time.
It's a great tackle. Just have a look for him. Connor Jones, number 14 for Featherstone. He was recently at Salford. It's a really, really strong runner. Good in defence. Tidy little player. Takes the line on and runs well from dummy half. He's just come on now as Batley is starting to tire. So just watch out for him. Number 14.
Yeah, the ball's gone to ground. That was in the ill-advised offload category, I think, from Kieran Buchanan. No major issue, possession retained. Couple of tackles to go, this is the fourth. Alistair Leake is on from dummy half. Made his 150th appearance in the previous round, and that's a bad error. And it could be a 4-point error or worse because Batley are going to win the chase. And that's a gift of a try right back, and the Bulldogs needed that. Boy, did they.
Absolutely, George, and that's an error there. It's a bad error really from Ben Blackmore, and it's always compounded when he finished off by a try. Great little kick forward on, and he just managed to get there just before it goes dead. Great little finish there from Elliot Hall.
Well, it was going to be, at worst, a repeat set or a gift set for Batley Bulldogs to attack from right in front. In the end, they hacked it forward and won the chase, and they didn't need that set. It was hacked on by Dale Morton.
And finished by Hall, I think. Yeah, sometimes you can feel sorry for wingers dropping them balls, but really and truly, that's what you get paid to do. You know, when you go training, you practice catching them balls 20, 30 times a training session. I've been on the wing myself when you've got them spiral bombs coming to you. They're never nice. But as a winger, you get paid to catch them balls, and that's your job. Unfortunately, he's made that error there as Ben Blackmore, and it's been compounded with a nice little tap over and finish in the corner for a try. They really needed that, Batley.
And they could do with this as well, because they're 2 scores down at the moment. This to make it a 6-point goal. Oh, he's faded. You can see the strength of the win, but really should be making that. So it's an 8-point deficit still, 18 points to 10.
Yeah, Blackmore needs to get his head up here now. He's made a couple of errors that have resulted in some big plays for Batley. He needs to get back in the game, keep your head up, because it can be really hard when you're out on the wing and you're isolated for your head to go down. Get your head up, get back on the game, get a carry, make a difference.
That's a very, very deep kick. Swirling in the wind, looked like it could have gone out on the full, but perfectly judged in the end. Brown leading the Featherstone chase twice. Good to see Junior Moores out there. Only got clearance through in the week. They weren't sure whether he'd be able to play. Here come Batley. Bit of confidence back after that score.
Yeah, absolutely. A great ball there from Jack Logan.
Logan with the offload, needs to stay in play, but great defence from Featherstone. Real hunger, and Gale and Wellham haul him into touch.
Great play from Jack Logan to start with. Done Chris Wellham, he stepped back off his left foot, palmed him off, went through the line and looked for the offload, but then it was great defence there from Featherstone to pull him over the sideline and get the turnover now on the halfway line with Harrison playing the ball.
And there goes the big fella. Won't miss him in those boots, even if you would anyway. Former Castleford man. Time off, head injury, so this will be assessed. 18-10, the Featherstone lead.
Looks like he's struggling there with his neck a little bit. I'm not sure if it were a bit of a crusher tackle. But yeah, looks like he's struggling a little bit. I'd just like to see Featherstone maybe come to Brown a little bit more on his right edge here, because when they do, he's got some really nice plays. He's controlled, he's taking the line on, he's mixing his game up well, he's hitting short, he's hitting long, he's taking them on with his right foot step. And for me, every time they've come to him, they've looked dangerous. Chisholm on the other hand, on the other side, is also equally dangerous, but they're going to Chisholm a little bit more than Brown. I'd like him to just step up a little bit, take a little bit more control of the game, of this right hand side, especially when you've got weapons like Junior Moores and Wellham out here on the right hand side. You look to close to them big boys.
So understandable concern. There won't be any rash decisions made here.
Well, if he's not like his dad, he'll be a tough boy. Carl Harrison, one of the best players I've seen, really. An old school prop forward for Great Britain back in the day. And Halifax as well, I think it was at Halifax Rhino. Big Leeds United fan. That's got on report.
Yeah, so I'll have a look at that in the week. And we're back underway. Live on the Sportsman. Second round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. Live from Post Office Road, and it's the home side Featherstone who lead. And he's got one of the tries, Brad Day.
Back to one there for holding down.
Junior Moores to Ferris with the inside pass. Jones. Ferris again, he does that so well. Didn't even look with the offload. What a pickup, and a score again. Referees having a close look at this, and yes, he agrees with you, Leon. He's put the ball to ground. That looked as though that was a bit of magic from Featherstone.
Yeah, brilliant offload there from Brett Ferris, but Brown got hold of it somehow, but then just at the last second, somebody come in and knocked the ball down. Great offload from Brett Ferris. Great catch, great take somehow from Brown. And then the fullback does a fantastic job by knocking the ball out just before he gets a chance to put it down. Really like the look of this player, Michael Ward. He's come on, he's got a lot of touches of the ball so far. He's been heavily involved, really tough and carrying the ball really strong.
What a knock on and the play the ball. Well, Batley need to be careful here. They don't want to fall further behind before the half-time hooter.
Good shot again from Ward. Been heavily involved here. He's getting himself around the field nicely.
Junior Moores. While he's slowly walking himself towards the line with the entire Batley Bulldogs squad on either arm. Chisholm to the danger man Brown. Wellham has already got one today. He's going to be in touch though. It's a good offload, but it's straight into the hands of the Bulldogs that Willis gave. He had to offload because he'd lost his bearings completely and was hurtling into touch on this near side. Bounces out of a couple. Approaching half-time. Featherstone have been the dominant force. I think the scoreboard, Leon, just about right after the start Batley had.
Oh, good carry from Kerr.
But Featherstone would be further clear if the kicking boot had been on song.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed if I were Featherstone that they're not further in front from the dominance in that 20-minute spell, middle of the half.
Going to kick on the last. That's come off the outside of the boot. That's going to be spinning a lot, but an easy take in the experienced hands of Craig Hall. It's interesting in these empty stadiums, you can hear everything being yelled from the touchline, and I'm just hearing line speed from the Featherstone staff beneath us.
He's dropped that.
He has. Another mess. Another real mess at the play of the ball, and there's been a bit too much of that for my liking, Leon, this first half.
Yeah, it's just got sloppy around the play of the ball area, just a few silly ones really. The giveaways out of them ones for playing when you're playing the ball. Just a lack of concentration. It's not really even skill level, it's just concentration.
Well, they couldn't sneak on another one before half-time, could they? Well, that will help.
Yeah, they'll take the two, I think, just before half-time, George. That's what I'd do. I think they'll take the two because the half-time whistle could go at any second, so pop the two over. And for me, if you're the Batley coach, I think you go in on the Batley players, you go in at half-time happy, really. 6 points down with all that dominance that Featherstone had in that midway through the first half. It's going 2 points down. I'd be really happy, me, as a coach.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. Yeah, they'll feel like they've escaped, won't they, if this goes over and they go into half-time having been really up against it for, as you say, Leo, for 20 minutes or so with this first half. If they go in just a converted score down, Craig Lingard will be thinking, I can get something out of this cup tie still. But it needs to go over. Morton. Oh, he struck it low. It's an ugly kick, but it just about goes over. I don't think you want to watch that one back, but they all count. Another two on the board, and it is 18-12.
And Batley have got a bit of a spring in the step now, and half-time, maybe half-time, how it goes.
So the half-time hooter, a little bit of a trudge off from Featherstone. They'll feel they should be further clear, you know. The kicking boot hasn't landed. So the four tries, if you're running in four scores, you're expecting more than 18 points on the board. Batley have a little conflab in the middle, a little chat, and then they go in and they'll think 18-12, okay, that wasn't our best half of rugby league, but we're in a cup tie here.
And we're going downhill in the second half as well. Yeah, there's, for me, a lot of positives to take for both teams really, but more so for the way that Batley finished. I was really, really impressed with Michael Ward coming off the bench, number 16, ran really hard and giving a lot of real impact, touched the ball many times and really giving a real big impact off the bench. I thought he was very, very impressive. So let's talk you back through the story of a very, very enjoyable first half of Betfred Challenge Cup Rugby League. Featherstone came out a little bit cold, Leon, and Batley made them pay early. Yeah, I think they just started the game really well. Good kicking game, a nice little face ball there, got on the outside of the centre. Beautiful little finish there from Dale Morton. and Featherstone was still asleep at this point, but some nice constructive structured play from Batley. Gets him on the outside of his centre, does Morton, and he finishes his try lovely there.
Yeah, they deserved that. They were the hungrier side early on, but then Featherstone got going.
Yeah, look, they run the ball on the last play. Brown.
Yeah, our apologies to Brad Day who scored this try.
Yeah,
we saw the big number 12, which on our team sheet is Frankie Holton's number, which is why we gave it to Frankie. So sorry to the Day family. Definitely your boy touching down.
Nice little finish there. Poor defence from Batley, but a lovely little short lead. Nice little short ball, and Dave strolls over. And
to say the Rovers' tails were up would be an understatement, because they scored 3 in 3 possessions.
Yeah, and a nice little cut-out ball from Hall. Finishing off the move nicely there was Blackmore. Easy finish there, and that's what you want as a winger. Nice little strollings. You can't not score them.
Leon Price, who's played as a standoff and as a winger and a fullback and a centre.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah. He's probably the player of the half, would you say, for Manu Brown?
Yeah, he looks really dangerous. Nice little finish there. And that's what you want your halfbacks doing. Taking the line on, looking dangerous. Step off the right foot, step off the left foot. Doesn't mean 1 step, 2 steps, and then you just can't get anywhere near him, near the line. So that's what you want your halfbacks doing. Taking the line on, being dangerous. That's a lovely little finish there. I love that.
Yeah, Featherstone were in a real purple patch, and that was just complete self-destruct from Batley.
Still on their own line. Still a lot of work to do there from Brown to pick the ball up as he did, to get to nearly falling over the line, and then to last second offload to Wellham. There's still a lot of work to be done. He works hard from marker, splits at marker, puts pressure on, unforced error, and then a pick up and offload was sensational. Great finish there as well from Wellham.
Jack Logan will be gutted though with that. But one error at one end of the field, and sometimes it evens itself out.
Absolutely, yeah, like I say, it evens itself out. Poor effort there from Blackmore, dropping the ball, kicked on, nudged on, and a nice little finish. But he should be catching those, really. That's what you get paid to do. Catch them eyeballs. Fantastic little kick on from Dale Morton. And then a nice little finish in the corner.
And that brings us to... Okay, yes, there was a little 2 as well. Forgot about the little penalty just now. Swept over by Dale Morton, but that gives us a half-time scoreline of Featherstone Rovers 18, Batley Bulldogs 12, and sets us up very nicely indeed for the second half. A reminder, a place at stake in the hat for the 3rd round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. That draw is going to be Monday, and it progresses you further as well towards Wembley in the 1895 Cup. So a double prize on offer for the hungriest team in the next 40 minutes or so, and you won't miss a shot, a hit, a try or a kick live across the Sportsman and on Betfred via YouTube and Facebook. Leon Price alongside me for the next 40 minutes. We have the Betfred Super League season up and running. A couple of matches taking place last night and more across the weekend. Every single club, the players and coaching staff are looking forward to getting going once again, and that includes the Leeds Rhinos.
The Betfred Challenge Cup there behind you. What do you remember of that famous day at Wembley last year?
Look, fantastic memories, and memories that will last a lifetime. I've been looking at the trophy since being a kid. I've got pictures of it being a kid in the amateur rugby league club, Middleton Marauders. So I've just checked, my name's actually on it now, which is quite surreal, really. But great day, and a real proud day. Yeah.
It was a great day, despite there not being a crowd at Wembley. You know, it certainly won't diminish the fact of what we achieved, the accomplishment of winning the Challenge Cup, and some great moments that we had around that. And at the same time, you know, I think we showed enough improvements in the league in what was a difficult season for everybody. The way that the fixture list got sort of moved around and very congested at points. That it was a season that posed different challenges to what any normal season would have. So, you know, touch wood for all concerned, it heads in the right direction this year, and we have a little bit less impact from the virus, if you like. and then we can get a full compelling season out. And it's one that we're looking forward to. We understand that we took some steps in the right direction last year, but we're very much about being a consistent team and improving on what we did in 2020.
It's got to go in. One towards the sticks. One towards the sticks. Now it comes. Gale. Look, Gale with a drop goal, and he peels away in celebration of the moment, because he knew the moment it left the boot, it was going over. Thumbs up for Gale.
What did it mean to you to kick that winning drop goal?
Look, it was quite a strange game. We had the ascendancy, and then we thought we threw it away. Salford come back real well, and it was tighter than anticipated at the end, and I'm just glad to see it go over. But that quite early on. I think there's still 8 minutes left yet, so we had a bit of work to do. And as I say, I thought Salford played real well, especially that second half. But we got over the line, and that can never be taken away from us.
This has been an unforgettable year, and here is an unforgettable moment for this group of Leeds players.
Obviously, there were no fans there last year. With the chance to defend the trophy, they get back to Wembley and do it in front of fans. Is that something that drives the squad on this year?
Yeah, 100%. We actually had a conversation with a few boys and just saying, look, we'll have to kind of do it again, but this time with fans and with families there. So, yeah, look, I'm sure the boys will go extra hard this year. I know there's a round coming up, and everyone's massively excited. The season's just about to start, so it looks even better with the blue and amber on the side. So hopefully we can keep that another year.
Oh, for sure, we'd love to back it up. As I say, we thoroughly enjoyed the whole journey and experience, albeit it was slightly different to what it normally is. If there's one thing that I could change, it would be for the players to sort of enjoy that lap of honour and walking out to the roar of the crowd and the bus journey home, where it gives our fans chance to celebrate the team's achievements. But hopefully we'll get to that at some point fairly early in the season, and we'd love to be able to back that up. But at the same time, we want to go a little bit further than we did in the Super League competition as well.
And finally, what can fans expect from your new side? 3 new recruits for this club this year? Yeah,
well, we feel that the DNA of our club demands that we play a good brand of football, so that's what we're aiming to do. We felt that at periods last year we played some really exciting stuff. I thought we started the season particularly well in that, so we feel it's imperative for us that we're a team that tries its utmost to play a good brand of rugby league. Of course, the teams that generally finish in the top 2 teams usually have the best defensive records, so some areas of improvement for us. But again, we'd love to sort of carry on the traditions of the successful teams that's been at the Rhinos in the past, and be a team that really enjoys playing rugby.
So Richard Agar and Luke Gale looking forward to launching the latest Leeds Rhinos Betfred Super League season. It's Challenge Cup action this afternoon, live on The Sportsman and across Facebook and YouTube as well. And the game is in the balance. 18 points to 12 is the lead for the home side. 4 first half tries from Featherstone, and it could be a lot healthier and advantage had the kicking boots landed. They've been tough touchline conversions, but 4 tries and only 18 points to show for those scores from Day, Blackmore, Brown and Wellham. The experience of this Featherstone Rovers side, and Batley scored first and last in that first half. Morton converting his own score and then converting when Hall hacked forward off the Featherstone error, which gives us 18-12 going into the second half. Leon Price, and if Batley will be saying, I guess, in there, if we start this next half like we started the first half, we just start again.
Absolutely. I think for any team in rugby, or even in sport, when you can score just before half time, it's a psychological advantage. Obviously it's good to get on the scoreboard as well, but psychologically you go in there with a little bit more confidence, you go feeling happy. And I think to myself, if I was Craig Lingard, we didn't play fantastic and we're still only 6 points behind. We've been going uphill, like you say, we've not played brilliant, but we're only 6 points behind a very, very good team that have been quite dominant. So they only need to raise their game, a little bit, look, complete sets, attack well again, and they could be really, really have a massive chance in this game. So you can't write Batley off here, not at all.
It's probably one of the most oft used cliches in rugby league commentary about how important the next score is. But I think in a contest like this, the first score of the second half is absolutely crucial into the potential destiny of this game.
Absolutely, but for me, if I was Batley, I'd just say, listen, let's look at completing the first 5 sets. Let's play for field position. Let's hope that Featherstone can make an error again, make a couple of errors, and then we can capitalise on it. Let's not try and play too much rugby too early in the half and the game won't be won in the first 5-10 minutes in the second half. Let's complete some sets, let's kick some balls into corners, put into good areas, and be patient. Let's hope that Featherstone implode on themselves. Featherstone, on the other hand, for me, I think you'd just be looking for a little bit more quality. I think they've got the experience of the Super League players, but for me, you've got to start showing it at this level.
Well, the Batley Bulldogs head coach Craig Lingard has said his words. He's heading back out. Team back out onto the field. They're getting changed in their usual changing rooms on this near side in the main stand, led out by Craig Hall, and Batley having to make do with the rearrangements under COVID, the makeshift changing facilities somewhere over the other side of the far side of the ground.
Somewhere on M62.
Somewhere over there they're getting changed. Great as well to see the Rob Burrow number 7 flag. You can see it there on your screen when the players are coming out. Always thinking of our mate Rob. Doesn't live far from here, Rob. Got over to see him a few weeks ago. He's still smiling, still the same Rob Burrow, and he knows that he's got absolutely everyone behind him.
Absolutely everybody.
So here we go, start the second half. It'll be Batley to get us back underway, trailing by 6 on the scoreboard at 18-12, but it's really anyone's now. 40 minutes for a place in the third round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. Those two fierce old rivals in one of global sport's most iconic cup competitions. Batley have won it 3 times, Featherstone have won it 3 times. Only one of these teams can go through, and it's Batley who get us back underway, and Brown gives it to Moores to drive up at the start of the second half. Former Cast Tiger, knows this part of the world very well indeed. Blackmore with a drive down the middle, saying to his prop forwards, have a little more of a breather. Second half, that'll take some of your work, but already a stoppage in play and an injury concern.
Yeah, I like to see that from Blackmore. When your winger's made a couple of errors and cost you a couple of tries, you like to see him get in there and try and make up for him. That's what he needed. Get in early, carry the ball, take some workload off the forwards, and that was a really strong carry there. It's left to play down on the ground, but he's up and he's healthy.
Yeah, just shook it off, did Leake. Moores, that was a little high one. Chisholm took it, and he's saying, give me a proper pass, will you? He's having a little bit of a word with Junior Moores about the casual nature of the pass that he threw up around his chops already. Here is the big guy driving. Takes 3 Bulldogs to, not even halting. Last tackle though, so they're going to have to come back to Chisholm. What's he going to do with this one? Off the inside of the right boot, a high hanging tester. And it swirls a little bit in the breeze, and Hooley takes it fine and runs it back. Oh, and the offloads. Oh, they like an offload, Batley. Didn't work in their favour a couple of times first half. That one they got away with. Probably earned them another 5 metres or so upfield.
Oh, great ball.
Lovely little pass. Can he get away? Great ankle tap. Had to be from Josh Hardcastle. But an enterprising start to the half from the Bulldogs, who are attacking right beneath us. Oh, that's poor, but it's come off a Featherstone hand. That should be another set of 6. It is. So the try scorer, Elliot Hall, picks it up and scampers in, and Batley have been gifted a set of 6 here.
They'll just drive the ball in now, set up some field position. Both half-backs get set up.
2 or 3 up the middle.
Ward will take the ball up here. He's playing really well. Massive difference for them is Ward. Here he comes again.
Kay and Lee, I beg your pardon, in centre field. 2 of them working together here. It is Ben Kay into the line. Right in front of the sticks. What an opportunity for Batley to strike first and narrow the gap still further. Off the outside of the boot.
Beautiful.
They're going to get another repeat set. Hall has nowhere to go.
Beautiful little kick there from Tom Gilmore. And that's what you want from Batley. When you're struggling to create dentures into a team, you just look for little kicks, little short plays, turn them around, look for a back-to-back set, try and wear them out. But it's a fantastic little bit of play. And Batley will get another set of 6 here. After all, takes the drop out.
The voice of Leon Price, a true rugby league great, alongside us on the gantry here at Post Office Road this afternoon. Great to have Leon with us to watch Featherstone and Batley go toe to toe. Leak barking instructions. And this is Ward. This is powerful from Batley. They sensed they could get a great start to the half here. Stepping out of a couple. Can they get the offer? They wanted the offload. It's desperation defending from Featherstone. The ball is alive. The gap's starting to open up. Can Featherstone hold out? Just about, with Walshaw sensing blood on the line. Last tackle, well, they just run it. They have to. They're so close. Spins around Lee, goes on his own. He's going to be over and on his back and held up. Well, he just got himself in a little bit of a corner there. He knew he was near, so he wanted to go for it.
But they won't mind that Batley. They turn the ball over from 1 yard away from the try line. They get a chance to bar up here in defence and really fire into them. Great tackle there. He's knocked on.
Well, they forced the knock on. They have. Wow, what a start to the second half from Batley.
That's what you want. Make the error, turn them over on your terms, look for the error. Great enthusiasm, great pressure there from Batley defence. And they'll get a turnover here now. 10 metres out from the Featherstone try line.
And the Bulldogs coaching staff beneath us in this empty main stand are celebrating errors like that as though they've just won the grand final, because it gives them an opportunity to power towards the line. Not this time, but they can see the painted whites of those posts. Real danger. Gilmore gives the ball a bit of room. Short pass just about taken around the chest. So Gilmore hangs back again. Here he is. Short pass and they straighten up. Flynn right in front. White's looking dangerous. Gilmore on his shoulder. The fullback Hooley joining in the party. Here's the experienced Alistair Leake. And Walshaw towards the line. He's over the line. Can he get the ball down? He's held up.
Oh, great
brilliant
defense.
Defending Featherstone Rovers. The leggy run of Walshaw. Thought he'd seen the gap and got himself a try. Not this time. Off the boot from Ben White. Dangerous kick. Great take, Wellham. Had to be and was.
Brilliant catch from Chris Wellham there. Showed all his years of experience.
34 now, Chris Wellham.
But Batley are right up for this here, George.
England Knights representative back in 2011, 10 years ago. Where's that 10 years gone? You're right, they're hungry. They need to make sure that they stay the right side of the letter of the law with that hunger, though, because if they get a little bit too into it... Oh, hello!
Forward pass.
Forward pass and another opportunity for Batley.
I really like the way that the halfbacks, Gilmore and White, are linking up, and that's what we want to see again here now. A couple of drives into position, probably to the left-hand side of the post, and have a set-up at coming back at this right-hand side. Ward will carry the ball. He's looked big and strong. They look organised. The halfbacks are linking up. Here he comes, Ward now.
Michael Ward. With Leake, the dummy half, and then Kay. And then Ben White. Real questions being asked. Ferris with a big shot to keep the Bulldogs away, but they're barking at the door. White to Hooley. Little kick through. Is that going to be another set of six? It is. It's wave after wave of Batley pressure. Featherstone have held out, but for how long? Hall and Walshaw.
Looking to come here now. This is the big play that Batley set up for.
It's coming for Batley. They're only
he's
6 behind. Lee's on his own!
He scored!
He's burrowed over Timmy Hart, but he's put the ball to ground. And Featherstone get the ball back. That is a huge moment in this cup tie. The Batley man thought he'd scored.
I thought he'd scored.
Leon Price thought he'd scored. Well, we'll have another look at that when we can. He went strong and he went low, and that could have brought Batley level on the scoreboard. That feels like a big moment in this match, because Featherstone having been started the ball and popped it up again.
That's 3 from 3. The last 3 sets have not managed to complete. Featherstone killing themselves.
What on earth is going on here?
Killing themselves.
Has that match ball been in the showers with the soap at half time? He's slipping all over the place.
Yes, Paul. It's Paul from Featherstone. Their coach will be really disappointed there. Webbs will be disappointed with the start from Featherstone. But really, it's continued from the end of the first half, really, with Batley showing great dominance here now.
Well, it's been a second half so far, drenched in the Bulldogs' colours. But so far, Featherstone have kept them out. You wonder how long. This has to take its toll, all this defending. White. Hooley running the line. Morton try score already. Walshaw hungry for one of his own. Twice he's come close. He can almost sniff the grass over the line there. Leak comes all the way back to White. Now the angles are looking good. Hooley! Left of the post and Batley hit back. They deserve it and they're poised to draw level. That's brilliant from the Bulldogs.
And that's what they needed. They needed to convert that pressure into points. Great link-up play between both sides. White going to the line. Beautiful little ball out to Gilmore. Pops the ball up to Luke Hooley without looking on his right-hand shoulder. It's a great finish there from the Batley full-back, but lovely link-up play there. A great little play. Goes to the line. Goes in defenders. Throw the ball out the back. Little hit ball without a look to Hooley, who finishes well. Great timing from Hooley. It looks easy. It looks easy there when you watch it on television, but to get that timing right, that no-look pass off your right-hand shoulder there from Gilmore, and the timing there from the full-back, Luke Hooley there, and he just falls over the line. But really, that looks easy, but it's really, really hard to get the timing and the skill right to make it look so easy. Fantastic finish there from Hooley. Well done.
Great insight from Leon Price, former Great Britain England man who will have been in training sessions working on those plays to take out on the big stage against the likes of Australia and New Zealand. Great insight, Leon. Here they come to tie the ball game. Morton sweeps the right boot, through and true. The flags are up, and what a cup tie we have here live on the Sportsman. It's 18 apiece, and it's anyone's game.
Absolutely. And this is when Featherstone now need to respond. You want to see some of the big boys who've got a lot of experience under the belts to really start taking the game by the scruff of its neck. Brett Ferris goes off, Copjack comes back on, and Hall will kick off.
Yeah, they need the experience of Craig Copjack back on, former Bradford Bull, Huddersfield, Salford, Wakefield. But they've not got going. Much like the first half, Featherstone haven't got going, and those handling errors have just been inexcusable, really. 3 in a row, wasn't it?
Totally right, George. Yeah, you can't do that, and at some point, you know, you'll be made to pay. Batley just needs to finish the set, look to get to a good field position and finish with a good kick, and just get in that grind, get in that arm wrestle, and let Featherstone continue to keep making mistakes.
Well, the adrenaline will be absolutely pumping through those Batley players' veins at the moment, because they are on top here.
Alistair Leake, I really like his impact. He's looking really dangerous from dummy half. He's sped the game up for Batley. He's really made a great impact since he's come onto the field.
Yeah, he has. He's here, there and everywhere at the moment. White. This guy's made a big impact as well, Michael Ward.
The halfbacks of Batley are really coming into this game now. Gilmore and White are getting hands on the ball a lot more often.
This is Gilmore. They fancy another one, you know. That was Kieran Buchanan chancing his arm, and Here's the big guy again, Ward. Last tackle. Will they force a repeat set, or perhaps more? Gilmore, they're going to throw it to ground. That's going to be a knock-on, is it? It's Featherstone's ball anyway, and for once it didn't come off for Batley.
And that's where you see better teams learn how to turn the ball over. Great shot there from Ward. Again, big impact, but just turn the ball over, kick the ball in goal, kick the ball to the wing, look for an error. Don't get over enthusiastic by looking to run it too much. Just stick with the process, finish on a high note.
Blackmore made that error at the end of the first half, or towards the end of the first half. Allowed Batley the try.
Feather will just be looking to not make error here, won't they? And Chisholm's going to kick early, try to turn him around.
Yeah, just alleviate a bit of pressure. It's a good kick as well. It's going to turn. Oh, it's perfectly in between winger and full-back, and he's just chasing that bouncing ball like he was chasing a bit of litter blowing away in a gusty wind there. It just wouldn't stop for him.
I think like you said, George, I think when you said pre-game about Batley will be used to playing on this kind of field, which they are, because their own field has got a really big hill.
Bigger than this.
A lot bigger than this, and I think they look really, really well coming down this hill. They look confident. They look like a team that's used to playing on a pitch with a slope.
Yeah, it's a big factor, which you don't often realise. You just think elite sport, everything's perfect. It's not. Certainly at this level of rugby league, we've got a big slope here at Featherstone, and a massive slope at the Mount where Batley Bulldogs, Mount Pleasant Batley Bulldogs, and that's one of the biggest things in the game at this level.
Absolutely. People don't realise it on TV, but here we are, last tackle.
Oh, lovely little kick, reverse kick. How about the bounce? So he reads the bounce so well. He was waiting for the ball.
I don't like that though, mate, as a full-back, as an ex-winger. Catch the ball on the full. Don't let it bounce, because when a ball bounces, you don't know where it's going to go. And a rugby league ball, catch the ball on the full. Oh, he's made an error.
And it's another handling error. What are Featherstone doing this second half?
Go, Johnny Campbell.
And they go for it. Campbell, well, he said that's a four, so let's just take that back. Let's all just calm down, says the referee, Gareth Fuhrer.
Even I'm getting excited here.
It's been a breathless first 15 minutes or so of the second half. I can't quite believe what we're seeing at the moment, because Featherstone are self-destructing.
They are. But you've got to give full credit to Batley. They've really imposed themselves on this game. They're making the most of the errors from Featherstone. And the halfbacks have come right back into this game. They're really linking up well and organising play and getting the team around the field well.
18 apiece. Betfred Challenge Cup second round. Places in the next round, and of course progression in the 1895 Cup up for grabs today. And at the moment it's Batley Bulldogs holding sway, and they want more down the middle.
Coming to this right hand side here now, both halfbacks.
There are options left and right, but they're loaded up to this near right hand side. Oh, White's put the ball to ground. Featherstone came flying out the line. Oh, was that a one-on-one steal? No.
First error, yeah, it was.
First error, he's gone back.
First error, yeah.
He's gone back.
If you watch that there, Dane Chisholm comes flying out the line there, puts pressure on the halfback to catch the ball, and he made the error. But that's what halfbacks do when they don't really want to tackle too much. You'll see them jamming in and coming in 2 or 3 men, shooting out the line to make them tackles. On this occasion it worked.
Well, Featherstone have spent a quarter of an hour inside their own 20. And if you wanted to know what the early pre-season fitness levels are like, they'll be finding out now. I don't believe this.
I think that's 6. Is that 5?
I don't believe this.
Is that 5 or 6, George?
This is extraordinary.
I think it's a 4. I think that's 6
and
times.
They're going to lose their cool if they're not careful here. They're now talking to the referee. It's not the referee doing this. It's not the touch judge doing this.
No, this is just really, really poor skill level, poor concentration, poor game management. As a coach, this is one of them days where you just be sat down thinking, what can I do? Because it's not one player, it's not 2, it's the full team that are making these unforced, sloppy, unprofessional errors that just can't give you a chance to win the game, because you're going to spend so much energy defending your line now. And Batley are playing well, they're playing really well. They just need to keep on turning the ball over on their own terms.
Well, the tide is just relentless. It's a relentless, growing tide against these Featherstone flood defences. And you know what happens? Eventually, that dam just breaks. So the points will come if they can keep this up, Batley. Lively start to the second half for the visitors, but boy, they've had a huge helping hand. Through the halves they go again, and The big
Great defence there from Chisholm.
run of Walshaw.
Great defence. Got right underneath and picked him up, drove him back. Great defence there from your half-back.
Morton.
Oh, it's a good carry.
Hooley waiting from dummy half with Leake. Leake goes on his own. He fancies another scamper on his own.
Get up with him.
Yeah, you heard Leon saying get up with him. He has to go on his own. Then right in front. Will Leake go on his own? Dummy half, it's the last. Will he try and burrow over? No. They try and find the man on the far side. Oh, he's kicked him. Oh, he's going to score! That's unbelievable. He knocks it down. Instinctively puts the kick on the ball.
Johnny Campbell.
Johnny Campbell has scored the most baffling try you will ever see, and Batley lead Featherstone at Post Office Road.
It's unbelievable. He's caught it and kicked it mid-air. He's made it. Hall's made the error, but that's Johnny Campbell.
Wow.
He intended to do that. That's got to be try of the week. It's got to be. It's a fantastic ball. He caught it and kicked it at the same time. Hall's missed it. Johnny's got on top of it. What a finish.
Wow, I've seen some things covering rugby league.
It's got to be try of the week. My old mate Johnny Campbell, who's absolutely crackers, as mad as a box of frogs. He's absolutely crazy, but he's a great, great lad. Great to see him finish that. That's some finish. He's caught that ball, dropped it in midair, kicked it behind the fullback. Fullback couldn't gather it, and he's finished it in the corner. What a try!
He will say that was all planned.
It was.
That
was
as planned.
No, I'm giving him that. Let's try it.
What he meant to drop it?
No, he didn't drop it. Watch it back. He's caught it, released it midair, and kicked it.
We need another look at that.
Yeah,
the kick was certainly purposeful. That was instinctive.
Brilliant.
I need to see how the ball came out of his hand.
Yeah, because if he's
Let's just watch the kick first of all. He swirls it in the wind. That's not going to go anywhere near. It's not even going to reach. We'll have another look at that extraordinary try though. So it's 22-18. Let's have another look.
Watch.
So it's over his head. He comes to ground. Then the kick. I'm not convinced.
You're not having it? Well, I am. I'm going to give him it.
The kick was certainly deliberate. The kick was a reaction to the ball. He's like, well, this is a knock-on if I don't instinctively put the boot out of this.
Oh, I'm saying he played for that.
You're saying he's dropping the ball out of his hands onto his boot?
On purpose, yeah. I'm going to give him it anyway. Benefit of doubt to me.
Let us know what you think. Was that brilliant? Was that fortuitous?
I think he meant to do it.
Either way, it was remarkable. And it's a 22-18 lead. We'll correct that score for you, top left. I think our scoreboard operator's given the conversion there. We're on 22-18, so 4 points in it. We've still got half of this second half to go. It's been wonderful rugby league. Not for Featherstone. Featherstone won't want to watch this back. I'm afraid they'll have to do with their coach, James Webster, and Paul March and all the staff. They'll have to sit down and watch this back.
And this is why you can never judge a game on names on a team sheet. You can never, when a team looks strong on paper, you can't really say that they're going to win a game, because on paper, there's a high ball here for Craig Hall to take.
Oh, finally they catch one.
On paper, Featherstone have got such a stronger team, but Batley are outperforming them here by some distance.
Yeah, the industry that Batley are showing here. I hope you can pick up at home the reactions we're getting from the Batley coaching staff, who are positioned right beneath us on the gantry, because there's a roar on every possession, every hit. It's as though this is a cup final and they're playing, the coaching staff. They're out there, and it's really getting me and Leon going on the gantry. Featherstone have made a couple of changes.
It's a great little kick from Chisholm, but Batley will be happy with that, because they get to have a controlled restart, get the players behind the ball, take the time, get organised. So yeah, they'll be happy with that. Featherstone have shoved on Dean Parata, number 21. He's a tiny little player. Watch out for him. He's going to speed the game up from 9.
He scored a try versus your old boys, Bradford, didn't he, in the previous round?
Yeah, he's a dangerous little player. Really, really quick around the ruck. So have a look out for him now.
Still got a quarter, I beg your pardon, of this game to go. Batley just need to shore up, because they've dominated this second half, but it's still in the balance, this fixture. Three times Batley have won the Challenge Cup, including the first ever Challenge Cup back in 1897. Won it again the following year, and took a couple of years off, and won it again in 1901. Featherstone having just to defend second half. They're going to be tiring. Oh, that's a lovely little step. Oh, he should have given it, shouldn't he?
Let's play on. Great play. Half-backs are playing fantastically well here. And I love the way League's playing at dummy half. He's really controlling the game well.
It's the last tackle off the right boot of Ben White. Pick up by shell-shocked Featherstone fullback in Craig Hall.
Flop.
On a penalty given away by Featherstone. Well, that's just what I was talking about. They need to keep their composure here, Batley, not get too excited, because that is the piggyback Featherstone need to get themselves up the pitch and try and get a foothold back in this contest.
Yeah, lack of concentration there from Jack Logan, ex-Hull FC player, just come in and flops on Craig Hall, gives a cheap yardage, cheap penalty. Featherstone now get a chance to make up for some lost time and get their hands on the ball in some decent field position.
Yeah, first possession for Featherstone.
Another penalty.
And back-to-back penalties. This is what I was talking about, Leon. This is how quickly games can switch in their momentum and how fast the pendulum can start ticking the other way.
Yeah, Fev really need some sustained pressure. I mean, if they don't get a try, then they need to try and turn the ball over on their terms. That means putting the ball in the corner, putting the ball in goal, or turning the ball right over on the try line. So they need some pressure here, Fev.
Well, they'll have forgotten what attacking feels like, Featherstone.
Oh, Harrison.
But they're straight back on it through Harrison. Big James Harrison up the middle. There's Prata waiting from dummy half with Chisholm. And Hall giving the ball a bit of room. Just looked like it was going to open up for Blackmore, but he thought better of it.
I thought he should have gone for that then myself, but who am I?
It was a split-second decision from Blackmore. Do I dive for the line or do I just keep possession, knowing that he could have lost the field position? Parata. Here they come again through Harrison. Right to the post. Can Featherstone respond? They haven't had a look in second half. Now is their chance. Round just pops it up to Wellham. Desperate defending. Last tackle. Can the Bulldogs hold out? Short pass to Kopchak to power over. And they've kept the big fella out and the ball's come to ground, and Featherstone, the chance goes begging, and Batley survive.
And that's great defence and great desperation there from Batley. This is what shows you when a team really wants to win a game, how important this game is to them. Is try line, goal line defence, and Batley were right up for that there then. Really good 6 tackles.
Now these are the important sets after you've defended your own line. Can you complete the set? Can you make the yardage up towards halfway and execute the kick?
That's a big carry. Good running.
This game is on a knife edge, live on the Sportsman this Saturday lunchtime. 20-18, Batley lead here at Featherstone Rovers for a place in the third round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. It's anyone's.
Just get to the end of the set, get the halfbacks, get them to try and get to central position of the field so you can have a kick, a left and right, set up so you don't get too much kick pressure and you can get, he's nearly break the line. He's giving it away.
It was a blind offload and they didn't need to, and Wellham's away and the game swings back towards Featherstone.
Silly play.
Just got too excited in possession, Batley.
So if Everlong get another chance here, they need to make the most of this.
Gareth Gale took the first drive for Featherstone, and this is their second set of 6 on the Bulldogs line. Prata waits from dummy half and scampers on his own, as Leon said he would do. Brown, the dummy half, back to Harrison, stretching his Chisholm. This is more like it from Featherstone Rovers. It's the last though. Parata to Chisholm. What's he got in his box of tricks? He's going to have to find something. The offload off the left ball. They keep the ball alive. Great pick of Harrison! Brilliant from Featherstone. It looked like they'd run into a cul-de-sac. They promoted the ball. Harrison scoops it up around his ankles and touches down. And Featherstone are right back in the contest.
Just a little bit of magic there from Chisholm. He has got that about his game. You know, we know that he can take the line on. Great little offload, and Harrison was just supported up the middle, and it's a fantastic little finish. But for me, if you're watching it, nice, lovely little spin, lovely offload from Parata, and then a finish there for Harrison under the 6. And that's what you get from Chisholm. He's the kind of player that just comes up with things that you're not sure what he's going to do at sometimes. I'm not sure if he's sure what he's going to do at sometimes. But that's what you pay for, to see a little bit of magic every now and again. Beautiful offload, beautiful finish under the sticks.
22 all plus that and Featherstone have the lead once again.
See, for me, that's the difference between a team that knows how to win games, like Batley's showing here, is just get to the end of your set, get to the kick, get to play 4 or play 5, put the ball in touch or put the ball in a corner, and then defend and wait for them to make an error. But they force an offload, a silly offload, midfield, drop the ball, turn the ball over easily, and then Featherstone go and finish the try off, which it's not a reflection of how well Batley have been playing for me.
Well, Batley kick off and think, how on earth are we not winning this game now? Featherstone 24, Batley 22. Featherstone have barely had the ball in their hands second half, but just those back-to-back moments of ill discipline or unforced errors allowed the field position. And when you've got someone like Dane Chisholm with the ball in his hand so close to the line, things will happen. 13 minutes to go, it's anyone's game. Live on the Sportsman and across Betfred's YouTube and Facebook, a place in round 3 of Rugby League's iconic cup competition at stake as Kopczak goes through and gives it to Harrison. He's got Parata on his shoulder, who pins back his ears. Can he get to the line? He won't be caught. Look at the toes from Parata, and Featherstone hit the front.
And that's what he's on for. He's made the impact as the small little number 9. He's come on, great support play up middle. Big Kopczak. What an offload there from Harrison. And he's got the toe, the fit to speed to finish off. Johnny Campbell couldn't quite get into him. And he's made a really, really good impact as Paratis has come on. He's looked lively and dangerous. Nice little 2-on-1 draw. And Parata's got the speed to finish off. Johnny Campbell's not got the legs anymore to catch him. Goes under the sticks to make it a nice, easily converted try. And for me, that should see the game there. I don't want to call it too early, but I don't think Featherstone could have played any worse, and they're still in front in the second half. Not the first half, but the second half. Really, them 6 or 7 errors that they made early doors have put them under the pump.
This to go 6 ahead. Craig Hall casually swipes the right boot through the post, and Featherstone have a little bit of daylight. Boy, they're doing this the hard way.
I think it was Kopczak that went through the middle and made a lovely little offload to Harrison, who was pushing hard in support up the centre of the field. 2-on-1, draws the fullback to Parata, who was supporting up the middle, as all good hookers should do. Finishes nicely under the sticks. Let's see a response here now from Batley.
You just wonder, Leon, what Batley have got left. They've thrown everything they've got into this second half, and still they look at the scoreboard and they're 2 scores behind. The man of the match vote, by the way, is live. If you want to choose your man of the match, if you go to the Rugby Football League's, the RFL's Our League app, and you can choose from 4 man of the match candidates today, who are Alistair Leake, Dale Morton, Connor Jones and Kamanu Brown. Those are the 4 candidates. If you just open the app, go and vote for your man of the match. You'll be able to follow the vote on there. Choice of Leake, Morton, Jones or Brown. And we still don't know who the winner is here, but at the moment it now looks like Featherstone.
Fast, quick play the ball, Chisholm involved.
Well, you called it. It was the emergence off the bench of Parata who's completely turned this game back in the home side's favour. Last tackle, here he is at dummy half. Hall's going to go high, yes he is. It's going to come down with a little bit of West Yorkshire snow on it, that. And it bounces and turns. Oh, that's a really favourable bounce for Featherstone. He's going to have to scamper back. And it only just goes into touch on the far side. And I think Featherstone will accept the outcome there. Very nice indeed.
I think for how dangerous Parata's been, I think they need to get him on the field earlier. I think they've got him on too late. He's dangerous, but he's got his left knee quite heavily bandaged, so I'm wondering if that's got a part to play in it. But yeah, he's been a definite turning point for Featherstone in this game. Around about 9 minutes to go, George. It's all about game management now for Fev.
Yeah, I'm not liking the Batley body language though. You can almost see them shrugging, thinking we couldn't have done any more in this game. But it was just that little moment of ill discipline, the penalty, the subsequent penalty straight away, the field position, and every time they've had field position, Featherstone have got in, but this is an opportunity. Away! He's already got 1 all. What an ankle tap! That could be a match-saving ankle tap. What defence from Featherstone.
Oh, I cannot believe it. It was through as well. That reminded me of the ankle tap of Callum Watkins in the final.
In the World Cup
final, yeah. We're through. We've done the hard work. Just need to. Oh boy, they've got the ball back. Batley have got the ball back somehow. We don't know how.
Right, hold your horses.
Here we go. Come on, grandstand finish.
It's all go.
Let's get going.
Leon's getting excited. Last 8 or 9 minutes.
I've not been out for a year, George. I'm buzzing.
Not of many people. What have Batley got left? Up the middle they come. Toby Everett with ball in hand. They've put so much into this match. Such a shame that they may get nothing from it. But Featherstone, credit their response. Credit the impact made from that guy wearing 21, Parata. Here come the Bulldogs though. Hooley a try scorer himself. Morton just needs to stay in field and does. Back in field they come round the back of me, says Ben White. And then straightens up and goes on his own. Almost there, Ben White.
Fifth and last.
And it's Leake with it. Will he run it? He's going to come back and throw it blind. He's been knocked on. He tried to catch Featherstone cold with the no-look blind pass. And his teammate just couldn't keep a hold of it. It was Blagborough who put the ball down. And with every error like that,
we want a response here from Batley now. They need to fire up because they can really force an error if they look to.
Well,
really
they forced 6 in a row, didn't they?
Exactly. Put some pressure on Featherstone. Line speed, get some contact. No penalties. Moving off the mark, referee.
Have you become a Batley Bulldogs fan second half, Leon Price?
No,
what's going on here?
No, that was blatant though.
Parata. Here come Featherstone. They know if they can find one more score, that's game, set, match. Here's Parata, effervescent since his introduction. Fizzing around that ruck. Gives it to Kotchak. And the former Bradford man bulldozing forward.
He's had a good second sprint, Kotchak.
Last tackle for Chisholm to put. No, they're going to run it. And it's come off a Batley Bulldog hand, and they're going to get another set here. Why is he stretching at that hole?
I just don't understand why, like, as an halfback, you're 8 points in front, there's 7 minutes to go. Why are you looking for cut-out balls on last tackle? Put the ball in the corner, put the ball over the touchline. Just finish on good terms. Percentage plays.
Well, he's got a set of 6, which could win them the game.
Luckily, he could have caught the ball and gone down the other end and scored.
He could indeed. Fine margins. Parata says to Kopchak, come round the back of me, I'll give you the ball. He doesn't, so he don't get the ball. Brown. Parata waits, has a glance, quick glance over his shoulder and gives it to Dane Chisholm. Now then Brown again.
Poor ball from Chisholm there behind Brown, had to stop to catch the ball, and that's why the attack unfolded.
Parata, he wants another one on his own towards the line. He's not going to have the strength to get through those big men. Still knocking on the door. Try now wins the match for Featherstone. Brown on his own! Held up. The warning sign was there, and this is the last. And a bit of cramp. You can tell it's early in the season.
It's not cramp, George. What that is called is... well, when I'm being absolutely out on my feet. It does work. Especially when you're at the end of your career and you're absolutely tired out on your feet and you're very
first 10-15 minutes you used to do it.
I won't even last 10 or 15 minutes now, George.
Oh, you're still in decent shape.
No, I'm not, mate, I'm not.
30-22, Featherstone's lead.
Yeah, I think just it's all about game management. For the halfbacks of Featherstone, just finish on good terms, put the ball in goal, even take a 1 pointer, put it in touch, but don't be looking for big silly players that are, could give them chance to intercept the ball and go down there and score.
So last tackle for Featherstone, here they come.
Percentage plays.
Try now wins it. Chisholm to Ferris. And he just drives towards the line.
That's fine, that's fine.
Start here.
That's all right. Turn the ball over. You're 1 yard away from their try line. It's a controlled restart. Jamming tight, line speed, no penalties. There you go.
Oh, the offloading the rolling goal. Well, they're trying anything now. They've got to score a couple of times here, Batley.
And it's tough to do it from where they are. So they're going to just try and kick over to the far side for Campbell to pick up. And can Campbell get away?
Ball!
Play on. Yes, the ref was in position and he said that was not forward, so it's play on. They've gained 20-30 metres with that kick. Going to have to do that a few more times. Johnny Campbell again. Giving it a good go, Batley.
Great rugby, fantastic rugby.
It's been a really watchable second half. Batley aren't done yet. White steps in field. Leak running on his own, trying to...
Great tackle from Brett.
Win his side something. Last tackle again. What will he conjure with the boot this time? Tom Gilmore needs to find an error. Great take on the far side.
Offside.
And offside. And it just about looks like Batley Bulldogs' hopes are running dry.
It's been a really enjoyable second half. I've really enjoyed it. I think Batley have had a fantastic part to play in this game. They really run them really close. So I think they're just going to run out of time here now. Featherstone just need to manage the game. Our part needs just a bit of game management to see this clock out.
Still time to vote for your man of the match. If you head over to the Our League app, if you're streaming the Sportsman through your TV, just get your phone out. Let us know you vote for man of the match by the Our League app. 4 choices up there for you. It looks like it's going to be Featherstone's day and their place in Monday's draw for the Betfred Challenge Cup third round draw. Brown and Parata, 2 dummy halves, sharing their duties left and right here. Kopshap taking a lot of the ball now just to see the game out, and another experienced figure, Ferris, down this left-hand side. How often we've seen over the years in running that line. Last tackle. Will Chisholm put the ball deep? He's not going to run it again, is he? Oh, he's going to dab for himself, and then a little header off the back of his head. And it's hacked forward. Featherstone are going to end up with the ball here. No, they're not. Batley get it this time, and the ref says, get on with it.
And that's what drives me crazy. You just put the ball into touch. Make it simple. See the clock out.
Wants to make something happen, doesn't he, with every play, Chisholm. The clock is not a friend of Batley here. I think Featherstone know they're over the line somehow. After such an error-strewn, disjointed second half display, they responded so well. They lifted when Dean Parata came on, and just the quick hands of Chisholm helped Featherstone over the line. Batley fighting to the very end here, but that's a really sloppy play, and it's going to be a knock-on. And I think the game's up. Oh. Or is it? The ref said it's gone backwards. It hit a Featherstone hand, so just keep going.
He's doing the old Thierry Albert. Play on, play on.
Hasn't got a lot wrong, Gareth here, I don't think.
He had a good game, to be fair to him. It was a real good game. We had a good game, in fact. Not got anything wrong all there.
Very tough, unforgiving job, the Rugby League match official. Hooley into the line.
Well, to be fair, we've not talked about him, have we, very much? That shows
exactly
you,
right. Sign of a good official. Being anonymous. Leak. So Featherstone look to see this one out. It's going to be James Webster's side who will go into the draw for the third round. But blimey, of Batley giving it a go today, the Bulldogs. Wellham helped himself to a gift of a try. Yells from the Featherstone coaching staff near us in this main stand saying, get into the corner, get to the corner. And that's what he does.
There you go.
That's what Leon Price wanted.
That's what you want. Bit of game, and I think it's a 40-20, George.
Referee time. I'm just glancing behind me, sorry, because the hooter operator here in the main stand is just shaking whatever mechanism makes the sound. He's got 2 hooters behind him. He's just been giving them a shake. So I think the game's just about done.
Great kick from Chase, and that's what you want, especially the forwards, putting that ball out in touch, turn them around, control restart, get up there, set your line.
Yeah, that's the game management that Leon Price has been talking about. Featherstone will see this game out now. Batley have possession, but their race is run. Another offload could give the ball. That's gone forward. That's going to be Featherstone's play. And the hooter brings to an end a remarkable afternoon of rugby league, which went back and forth both ways. Batley showed real grit and spirit and enterprise to seize the initiative second half, but just one mini spell off the back of back-to-back penalties from Batley gave Featherstone the chance to nudge ahead again, and Chisholm and Parata combined to really get themselves out of jail and win this contest and reach the Betfred Challenge Cup third.
It was getting Parata on the field for Featherstone. I think the error that was made just over him by the left hand side by the Batley player that give Featherstone cheap field possession to get back in the game. A little bit of magic from Chisholm, and that just about brought Featherstone home. They were their own worst enemies with Featherstone, but must give a lot of credit to Batley. I thought they were fantastic today. I thought they were a team that were probably the underdogs, but they looked really well coached. They looked really well structured. They attacked both sides of the field. And to be fair, I think even though they lost, they did themselves a lot of credit there. They really did.
What do you take from this match in terms of how the Betfred Championship season might pan out?
Well, I just think that for me, it shows me that names on team sheets and name on sheets doesn't really mean that you're going to be the standout team. I think if you go on paper, if you look on paper, Featherstone have got a team littered with ex-internationals, players that have played a lot of Super League games between them, but a team that's barely unknown really to myself really has really pushed them far, and really truly they'll be disappointed. They could have won that game, and I thought for large parts of the game they were the better team. So yeah, that's off to Batley. They'll be right up there this year because Featherstone will be one of the favourites, won't they?
Oh, absolutely, highly fancied Featherstone alongside the likes of Toulouse Olympique and of course the York City Knights. The story of the game, let's have a look through some of the highlights from what's been a hugely enjoyable, appetising game of rugby league. This was the start, Leon, of the second half when we thought Hooley was over.
No, that's a try. That was a beautiful little ball from Gilmore. Both half-backs linking up. Gilmore and White just linking up together, going to the line, hip ball off, no look pass on his right hand hip, and then Hooley supporting, dives over, great finish. I love that try, well worked.
And that got them back to 18 apiece, and then
the magic. That's deliberate. That's the try of the week there for Johnny Campbell. He's an absolute maniac, but he's a great bloke. That is the try of the week. If that were in Super League, we'd be screaming about that. If that were in NRL, we would say that's amazing. And for me, that's a great try.
Well, the skill to execute that, to bring the ball down over his head.
He meant that.
And then get the boot on the ball, and to control the kick, to keep it in play, turn Craig Hall around, and then get forward after it and put the ball down. Brilliant. But Featherstone got gifted one more chance, didn't they? One more chance, and that's all they needed.
That was a little bit of magic there from Chisholm, stepping off his left foot, little offload over the head, and Harrison supporting up the middle, step, offload, great support play, offload again, Harrison catches the ball, dives under the sticks, and that was a turning point in the game there.
Yeah, that brought Featherstone level and then ahead, and then just in broken play. If you're the big fella and you've got those options on your left shoulder, it's Parata or Hall.
Yeah, it was a
take your pick.
Beautiful little offload there from Kopjak to Harrison, and Parata supporting up the middle. For me, he was a turning point in the game. When he came on the field, Featherstone looked like a better team. Yeah,
they really got going when Parata came on and really wrestled the initiative back from the Batley Bulldogs. Would you say the right winners in the end? Batley will be, I think, very, very frustrated when they look at that scoreboard.
If just speaking as a neutral, I'd be disappointed if I was a Batley player or a Batley coach, because they definitely had the opportunities to win that game. But for Featherstone, what you can take out of this is you can't play any worse than what you've just done and still win a game. So for me, there'll be so much more improvement to come from Featherstone, and to play that poorly, really, with the errors that they made and still win against a good team, shows you what they've got in the bag.
And just a final thought on today, this competition still special. There's been a lot of debate about the Challenge Cup and the place in its calendar. When you come even to an empty stadium, as we have at the Millennium Stadium as it is now here at Post Office Road, and just as soon as we started playing today, you just thought, Challenge Cup.
It's just what's at the end of the tunnel, at the end of the competition you get to play at Wembley. And, how many times as a player can you say that you've got the chance to play? It's such an iconic stadium. It's the most iconic stadium in the world playing at Wembley. And the players that have been there before you, and you want to follow in their footsteps. And, we've got to make sure we keep the tradition alive and make sure that every player coming through knows the importance of the Challenge Cup.
And what is that like, just finally playing at Wembley Stadium?
There's no better feeling in my eyes. It's something that I've wanted to do since I was 89, and I know that if you speak to most ex-players or current players, playing at Wembley is a dream come true, and it should never be underestimated.
The man of the match, by the way, well done if you got your vote in via the Hour League app. The winner of the match, who took the Betfred man of the match with 45% of the vote, is Famanu Brown. Who only had a very big first half, less impactful second half, would you say?
Yeah, and that was just due to so many errors coming from Featherstone. But deserved his first half performance. Thought it was fantastic. Second half, he didn't really get a chance to get his hands on the ball because they kept on making so many errors, did Featherstone. But I think it was a team performance in the second half from Featherstone, really, that got them over the line. Only just.
So full time at Post Office Road, the Millennium Stadium in Featherstone, and it's Rovers who progressed, but boy, they were given an almighty scare by a hungry Batley Bulldogs side. 30 points to 22. The live rugby league will continue across the Sportsman and Betfred's YouTube and Facebook channels. If you go onto the Hour League app, that will give all the details in the match centre of where you can catch up with the rest of the second round fixtures. As you can see on your screen there, the remainder of the games to be played, to be streamed either via the channels I've just mentioned or via the BBC Sport website or Red Button. You won't miss a thing through Betfred round 2, and it's Monday morning for the draw, I believe, for the third round of the Challenge Cup, when things start to get really, really interesting. That's as far as we go today. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage, and we'll be back with you very soon. I should also mention that the Championship, the Betfred Championship and League One seasons, as well as the Women's Super League, all around the corner. You'll be able to stream exclusive live matches and content through the week via the Hour League app as well. But from me, George Riley, and from Leon Price, great to see you, Leon.
You too, George, thank you.
Always a pleasure. From us and from Featherstone, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.